The House Committee on Arts, Tourism and Creative Economy has pledged support for the ministry, acknowledging its potential to drive economic growth and diversification.
And responsibility to welcome you to this important budget session dedicated to reviewing the proposed budget for the Ministry of Tourism, Culture, Arts and Creative Economy. This session will provide us with an opportunity to ensure that the resources allocated to this vital ministry align with our collective vision of promoting cultural heritage, fostering creativity, and advancing tourism as a key driver of economic growth. Tourism and culture are not just economic sectors, they are windows into our nation's soul. Nigeria's diverse cultural heritage, vibrant art scene, and breathtaking tourist destination hold the potential to transform our economy, create millions of jobs, and strengthen our global reputation. The creative economy, in particular, has emerged as a dynamic force, empowering our youth, preserving our traditions, and providing a platform for global engagement. The purpose of today's defense is to ensure that the proposed budget reflects these aspirations. We must assess how the ministry plans to leverage Nigeria's rich heritage and artistic potential while addressing challenges such as infrastructure gaps, global competitiveness, and the need for inclusive growth across all.
The chairman of the committee, Honorable Mukhtar Mohammed, emphasized the ministry need for urgent attention, stating that with adequate support, it can help shift the country's economic dependence from oil. Mukhtar noted that developed countries rely heavily on their tourism sectors to stabilize their economies, and Nigeria can follow suit.
Regions. This year, our focus must ensure that the budget captures sustainable tourism development, that is ensuring that we develop a tourist site in ways that protect the environment, empower local communities, and attract international visitors. Then empowering, secondly, is to empower the creative economy, supporting initiatives that provide artists, filmmakers, and cultural entrepreneurs with resources to thrive. Cultural preservation and promotion, investing in programs that celebrate, safeguard Nigeria's rich and diverse cultural traditions. I must also stress the importance of transparency, accountability, and ensuring value for every naira allocated. It is our duty to ensure that public funds are directed towards impactful initiatives that provides measurable benefits for our citizens and drive the long-term growth of our tourism and creative sectors. I look forward to engaging discussions where we will clarify, review the ministry's proposal, and ensure that they align with our national objectives and aspirations of Nigeria. Together, we can set a strong foundation for a thriving tourism, cultural and creative economy that will be a cornerstone of Nigeria's development.
Minister of Tourism Honorable Barrister Hannatu Musa expressed gratitude to the committee for their support and solicited their cooperation to take the ministry to the next level. She also requested additional funding to enable the ministry to achieve its mandate. The minister assured that the ministry is ready to collaborate with state governments and private partners to develop the tourism sector.
As a Nigerian, so I want to thank you, and I assure you that as a minister sitting on top of tourism, I'm looking and I'm discussing with the chairman quite extensively to see how we can really open up the vistas for tourism. We of art, culture, tourism, and creative economy is to ensure that tourism, it together with art, culture, and creativity, or the creative industries, contributes to the economic development of the nation through domestic and foreign exchange earnings, and to use tourism to create employment and alleviate poverty, and also make Nigeria a preferred tourism destination by promoting its products and cultural heritage. And what a beautiful, diverse cultural heritage that we have, whereby the whole world is really interested in it. The ministry also ensures effective implementation of multilateral and bilateral cooperation between organizations and friendly countries. It also provides leadership and direction for the private sector, travel, hospitality and recreation, association, businesses, and promotes our tourism potential that enhance our cultural values and domestic tourism. This is another area that we have really not been able to tap into. And I think the synergy or bringing the consolidation of the Ministry of Art, Culture and Creative Economy and Tourism is one that really does make sense, because that culture and the content and the talent that one has is what really draws whether Nigerians internally or people externally into really wanting not only to come to Nigeria, but to really learn about Nigeria.
The committee members threw their weight behind the ministry, promising to work together to drive growth and development in arts, tourism, and creative economic sectors.
So I pray that we don't sit down at the end of the year to discuss 6 billion naira anymore. So, Mr. Chairman, it goes on you now to maybe after they would have left, we should see what to do about this. But when you also look at the internally generated revenue of the ministry, 410,000 for an entire year. Because you cannot be crying for allocation and you can also generate. Because even if I stay in my house to generate IGR, I can generate 410,000. So why will a full ministry with mandates, with 351 staff paid by taxpayers' money, be generating 410,000 naira for Inihu? It means you are even generating less than 2,000 naira in a day, or 1,500 naira in a day. So you need to also look at your idea, because tourism, the entire world is selling tourism now. You go to any country now, as you just check in, get to the reception, you are seeing a flyer, you want to visit, you want to do safari here, you want to do this, everybody, that's what they are selling. And these countries are not as diverse as our country. So we begin to wonder. So I think that the ministry should look at more creative means. I'm not on the same page with you when you say you want to go and develop tourism sites owned by state governments. For me, it's a misplacement of priority. It looks like you can't pay your children's school fees, you are paying your brother's children's school fees. That's exactly what it means. I've seen that you want to spend 5 billion naira on Obudu. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Cross River is the next state to me. Ordinarily, I should be celebrating that. But I don't think the ministry can survive on that kind of arrangement. Look at Abuja. The land in Abuja belongs to the federal government. And there are a lot of tourist sites in Abuja. What's happening to the Zuma Rock just around here? Because when you develop this Obudu now, you want to develop, how would tourists come into Nigeria and get into Obudu? Because I live in Uyo naturally, and I don't even know my way from Uyo to Obudu. I know that by road from Uyo to Obudu, not less than 7 hours or 6 hours. This man from Portugal, you know that. So I think we should concentrate on the tourist sites here instead of looking for collaboration with governors. Collaboration is good. You are setting more red tapes for yourself. Because if you wish to develop tourist sites in Abuja, it should just be a two-man conversation between you and the Minister of FCT. And then you do that, you come to National Assembly, get your application, and go. So I think you should put this thing more in your hands rather than trying to be benevolent. So when you have completely developed yourself, I think that this Abuja should have a tourist site where when tourists come, they can visit. Because most of us, like remember, we're almost like tourists in Abuja. Because we came here on the strength of our election, so we don't live here. And we have children at home, family members, our aides. They don't have any place to unwind. They don't have any place to relax. So please, I think you should share your blueprints. I hear you say you have a blueprint for the ministry. It would be nice for you to share it with the chairman so that this honorable committee can look at that blueprint and we can begin to see interventions we can make for your ministry. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I feel if we give this ministry the required attention it requires, I'm telling you, we'll move away from oil. Only deviating from the budget defense into the patriotic pain that we are collectively just angry about how things are just being
The passion in you, the passion, that energy that you said you also you've seen in us exuding. We also see it in you, and I am optimistic that you will do well. But my worry is the approach. Definitely, there needs to be some type of very strong collaboration and synergy between the ministry and the governors. If you go to the United States, Nevada is a gambling destination. Las Vegas, Nevada. You get there, you spend money. In hotels, you spend money in the gambling dungeons, and then they pay a lot of tax to government, possibly the Ministry of Tourism.
Comfort Olayinka, DCTV News.